Someone in your city right now is sitting on their couch and they're not typing anything into Google. They are asking ChatGPT, who is a good real estate agent in Frankfurt for first-time buyers. Hello, my name is Talha. I am a founder of Kilo Solutions and we build AI systems for local businesses, the kind that respond to leads instantly, handle bookings automatically, and make sure no inquiry falls through the cracks. On this channel, I break down exactly how these systems work. No fluff, no vague promises, just real builds, real explanations, and the things you can actually use. If you run a local business and you're still handling calls, messages, and bookings manually, this channel is for you. Let's get into it. So, a ChatGPT gives them 3 names. Yours probably isn't one of them. That's not a theory. That's what's happening right now across every city in Germany. And most agents have no idea it is even a question they should be asking. They are optimizing for Google, while a completely different search channel is quietly sending clients to their competitors. In this video, I am going to show you exactly how AI search works, why most real estate agents don't show up in it, and what you can actually do to change that starting today. For the last 15 years, local search meant one thing: Google. You ranked on Google. But something shifted in the last 2 years that most local businesses haven't caught up with yet. A growing number of people, especially younger buyers and sellers, aren't starting their search on Google anymore. They are opening ChatGPT or Perplexity or Google's own AI model, and they are asking questions in plain language. Not real estate agent Berlin, that's the keyword. They are asking, who should I call if I want to sell my apartment in Mitte and I have never done it before? Or which agent in Munich actually knows the investment property market? And here's the thing about those AI answers. They are not pulling from a list of paid ads. They're not even pulling from a ranking algorithm in the traditional sense. They are synthesizing information from across the web, and they are recommending whoever has the clearest, most consistent, most detailed presence in the places those AI systems actually look, which means the rules for getting found just changed, and most agents are still playing by the old ones. So let me explain exactly what AI search is actually doing when someone asks for a recommendation. When you type a question into ChatGPT or Perplexity, the system goes out and reads sources across the web in real time, or it's drawing on a massive dataset of text it was trained on. Either way, it is looking for signals that tell it who is a credible, specific, well-documented expert in this thing. And the signals it's looking for are not the same ones Google's algorithm weights most heavily. It's not primarily about backlinks. It's not about domain authority in the traditional sense. It's about 3 things. First, clarity of positioning. Does this person clearly and consistently say what they do, who they do it for, and where they do it? Not on one page, across every place their name appears on the internet. Second, specificity of content. Have they actually written about, talked about, or been mentioned in the context of the specific type of transaction or client they serve? A generic, I help people buy and sell homes presence is nearly invisible to AI. I specialize in helping international buyers navigate Frankfurt's rental to purchase transition is specific enough to get cited. Third-party mentions, reviews, local press, directly listed, social profiles, not for the link juice, but because they create a consistent pattern of evidence that this person is real, local, and active. Most agents have none of this in place, not because they are doing something wrong, but because nobody told them the game changed. Let me go deeper on each of those 3 signals, because this is where most agents leak visibility without knowing it. Signal 1, consistent positioning across every platform. If your Google business profile says you are a general real estate agent, your LinkedIn says you are a property consultant, your website says you help clients achieve their real estate dreams, and your Instagram says nothing useful at all, the AI reading all of that gets a blurry, inconsistent picture of who you are. And when it's recommending agents blurry losses. The fix is straightforward in principle, even if it takes some effort. Every place your name appears online should say the same thing about you. Same specialty, same geography, same type of client. The AI systems are cross-referencing these signals, and consistency reads as credibility. Signal 2. Specific, written content about what you actually know. This is the one most agents skip entirely because it feels like a lot of work. But AI search is fundamentally a text reading machine. If you have never written down what you know about your local market, about the buying process in your city, about the mistakes first time sellers make, there's nothing for it to read and cite. You don't need to become a full-time content creator, but even 10 or 15 answers to the real questions your clients actually ask you, written clearly and published somewhere on the web. Give AI systems something to work with. That's what gets you cited instead of ignored. Signal 3. Third-party evidence you are real and active. AI systems weight collaboration. If ChatGPT has seen your name mentioned in multiple places, client reviews, local property portals, real estate directories, even local news, if you have ever been quoted, that pattern of mention tells the system you're a legitimate, active professional in that geography. Reviews matter here more than most agents realize. Not just for the Google, but because the reviews text itself gets indexed and read. A review that says, Talha helped me navigate buying my first apartment in Munich as an expat is doing double duty. It's a trust signal and it's a content signal at the same time. Let me make this concrete. Here's the difference between an agent who shows up in AI search and one who doesn't. Agent A has a website with a homepage, a contact page, and a gallery of sold properties. Their Google business profile is filled out with their phone number and hours. They have 12 Google reviews, mostly 5 stars. Their LinkedIn is sparse, last updated 2 years ago. Agent B has the same basic setup, but they have done 3 things differently. 1. Every platform says the same thing. Residential specialist in the Munich, Berlin, and Frankfurt area, focused on buyers relocating from other cities. Same words, same geography, same client type everywhere. 2. Their website has an frequently asked questions section with 23 questions answered in plain language. Things like, what's the typical timeline for buying a property in Munich? What costs should I expect beyond the purchase price? What's the difference about buying in Bavaria compared to other German states? Real questions, real answers, written clearly. 3. They have been actively asking clients to leave specific reviews, not just star ratings, but written descriptions of the transaction. So the review base includes actual text about what the agent specializes in and who they help. When someone asks ChatGPT for a recommendation, which agent do you think gets cited? Agent B every time. Not because they are better agent. They might be equally good, but because the AI has enough to work with. It can read what they do, confirm it across multiple sources, and confidentially recommend them. So here's what you can actually do. I will go through this fast because these are actions, not concepts. First, audit your positioning. Google your own name and your business name. Read the first 10 results. Does every result tell the same story about who you are and what you specialize in? If not, start there. Update your Google business profile, your LinkedIn headline, and your website homepage to say the same specific thing. Second, write the frequently asked questions. Sit down and write out the 20 questions clients ask you most. Answer each one in 2 or 3 paragraphs of plain language. Publish them on your website. This alone gives AI systems more to work with than most agents have ever produced. 3. Fix your Google business profile. This is still the single highest leverage thing you can do for both traditional and AI search visibility. Make sure your category is accurate, your description is specific, your photos are recent, and your service area is correctly defined. And ask recent clients for written reviews with specific detail, not just stars. 4th, check where you are listed. Immobilien Scout 24, Immonet, local chamber of commerce directories, regional property portals. Make sure your name, address, phone number, and description are consistent across all of them. Inconsistency in directly listings is one of the things that actively suppresses AI visibility. Fifth, start building mentions. Local press, neighborhood Facebook groups, real estate forums where you actually answer questions. Every mention of your name is a relevant context, is another data point that tells AI system you are real, active, professional in that geography. Here's the thing I want you to take away from this. AI search isn't replacing Google. Not completely, not yet. But it is adding a new layer on top of it that a lot of buyers and sellers are already using. And that layer rewards a different set of behaviors than traditional SEO. The agents who figure this out now, while most of their competitors are still thinking exclusively about Google rankings, are going to have a real advantage in 12 to 24 months. Not because they did anything complicated, but because they took the time to be specific, consistent, and documented in the places that actually matter. If you want to see what your current AI search presence actually looks like, or if you want to understand what's specifically holding your profile back, that's the kind of thing I look at. I'm a founder of Kinu Solution who builds these visibility and automation systems for local businesses. So if you want me to take a look at yours, the link is below. If this was useful, follow along. I break down this kind of system regularly, and there's a lot more to cover. Let's go into the next one. Thank you for having me, and please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. See you in the next one.